All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Fix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
KYYX, Kicks 97.1, bringing Minot country since 1977.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Mike Blessum, your local State Farm representative.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Drive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 2017 KMSU Auction Pre-Show. Things are just getting started, but we have some special guests here that are excited to talk to you and tell you a little bit more about their organization. These are our Green Club members, and these are the ones that have really made a big donation and contribution to our 2017 KMSU Auction. So first off, I'm going to send it right on over to the West Dakota Fox table where Hannah Davis is standing by with someone from the Mouse River Players.
Thanks, Alexis. I'm here with Brittany Knickerbocker with Mouse River Players. And I think to start off, what is Mouse River Players?
Mouse River Players is the oldest community theater in Minot. We started in 1971 and we kind of were nomadic. We went from place to place throughout town, performing places like the Taubie or Central Campus until we were able to buy the old Labor Temple in downtown Minot in 2004, making it our permanent home.
Perfect, and it looks pretty iconic now. You just got something new on the side of the wall, right?
We did. This summer, we spent probably 300 man-hours painting a mural that kind of depicts all of the things that go on in the theater.
For sure, for sure. So I heard you guys just finished up a show. What did you guys do?
We did. The most recent show that closed was A Christmas Carol. It was adapted by Kevin Newhart. So it was a really nice version of A Christmas Carol to do. We had great audiences. We actually sold out at least 3 of our 6 performances. And it was really nice to be able to work with kind of a cross-generational group of people. We had very young kids and we had adults in the show as well. So it was a great opportunity for everyone involved.
For sure. So are your shows normally so diverse in ages?
We try and have at least one show where we have kids and adults in it. Often we will also do a children's show where it's only kids, which is a lot of fun and always brings in a lot of people and is always a really good time. But this season we really strove to have a season that was very family friendly. So we started off with A Year with Frog and Toad, which was a musical based on the books by Arnold Lobel, and then moved right into A Christmas Carol. And then our last 3 shows are going to be The Odd Couple, the female version, Orphan Train, and 12 Angry Jurors. So it's all kind of things that will appeal to different demographics, different age groups, but are very, very family friendly.
For sure. And are you guys looking for people for any of those shows?
Absolutely. So we did have to cast for The Odd Couple already because it does start the beginning of January. And with the holidays in there, you want to make sure you have enough time to rehearse while people are going on vacation. But we have auditions for Orphan Train coming up in the end of January, and that's going to be for kids grade 5 and older, and then adults as well.
For sure. Excellent. And what kind of work do you guys have to do behind the scenes to get these shows going?
There's a lot that goes into a show. So we have people who pull our costumes, we have people who build our sets, design the sets, and then even beyond that, we have people who kind of are in charge of organizing the building that we're in. So since we own the building, we're able to fill it with all of our costumes and props and everything, and that takes a lot of organization. So we have many, many people who are constantly there making sure that the building is ready so that we can put on a great show. And then we always encourage members from the community to come in and volunteer, either to help maybe build the set, or maybe they want to be in charge of finding all the props for a show. So we love having that kind of community involvement. And all of those things are so instrumental to being able to put on a show. A lot of people kind of look at it and go, oh, we see all the actors and everything. They did such a great job. And if it's done right, your tech stuff kind of ends up being an afterthought for your audience because it just really enhances what they're seeing on stage. If it's done poorly, that's when they're like, I'm not sure that somebody thought that through completely. But there's a lot of time and a lot of experience that goes into making sure the show looks as polished as possible.
For sure. And where can we find you guys again?
We're located downtown, 115 First Street, so we're actually just down the street from Central Campus, right next door to the Carnegie Center.
Cool. And you said The Odd Couple starts the first week of January. How can I get tickets?
You can go on to our website, mouseriverplayers.com, and order them online. You actually make your reservation right there. Our show runs the first and second weekend of January.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm going to toss it back to Alexis over at the studio.
Thanks again, Hannah and Brittany. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was so great to hear about the Mouse River Players, and we wish you all the luck for your upcoming performances, and hopefully you guys sell out again. That was so awesome you did the first time. Now I'm going to send it over to the KMOT table where Taylor is standing by to talk to someone about hearing aids. Taylor?
Thanks, Alexis. I'm here with Arlen Hefta, who is the owner and operator of the Hearing Aid and Optical Company. Thank you for being here,
Yes.
Arlen. They're operated out of Minot and Devil's Lake. So you generously donated a $2,150 hearing aid with the consultation and the follow-up. Can you tell us just a little bit more about what your company does?
Well, what we do is we, if you come in, we do a preliminary, and we look in the ears for earwax, any disease or anything that's wrong in the ear canal and the eardrum, and we make certain that it's healthy. And if we see any signs of anything wrong, we refer them to a doctor right away. So it's really important that people just come in and get their hearing checked, tested annually, and make certain that their hearing health care is good, because it's not just older people, it's younger people too, especially a lot of times people, if they're exposed to loud noise, even in their 40s, there's a lot of high frequency hearing loss in their 40s. But we like, it's just really a good thing to get yourself checked so we can, if we do see anything wrong, I'm not a doctor, but we will refer you out to a doctor right away if we think there's anything wrong.
So Obviously, promoting yourself in the community is obviously going to help a lot more people. So tell us specifically about the donation and why you donated to the auction.
Well, I know Neil, and he's a pretty persuasive fella.
Yeah.
And actually, he's a patient of mine. And we're giving away this this is what we call a behind the ear hearing aid, but it's a miniature hearing aid. Look at how small it is. And that hearing aid comes with a little tube, and they're all made different for people's, because everyone's ears have a different configuration. So they come with different lengths of tube and stuff, and we just hang it on there, and then there's a little clear tube that goes in, and it's virtually invisible. So you can see when this is hanging behind your ear. Now this hearing aid, these are wireless hearing aids, and what wireless means is when we hook them up to the computer, we can actually program the hearing aid without hooking up any wires or anything.
Okay.
And also being wireless, if you operate the volume control, they come with different memories for normal situations. We can put restaurant settings in, we can put TV settings in, we can put telephone settings in. Actually, we can put a telecoil in. Some of the new areas now, there's a lot of new churches, and I have a friend that does looping. And I don't know if you've heard about looping. It's a little wire that's about a 32nd of an inch thick, and they put it in the carpet, and you can turn your telecoil on in your hearing aid, and that's for people that really have a lot of trouble hearing in churches. A lot of auditoriums are getting them now, and all they have to do is hit the button and go to the telecoil switch, and it shuts everything else off, and whatever the person in the church or whatever, if they're up at the microphone, it goes directly to their hearing aids. Now these are also made for iPhone hearing aids, and these will be compatible with your iPhone.
Oh, okay.
And what you can do with that is you can even, like your iPod, iPad. I have patients that like to listen to music when they're sitting in their office, and they can play their music and it'll go straight into their hearing aids. It'll go straight to their ears. But what's so wonderful about this is people that have real poor hearing and have trouble with discrimination and background noise, even with hearing aids, we can't fix everybody the way we'd like to. Mm-hmm. So even with hearing aids, if they get into a situation where there's a lot of background noise, they can actually take this hearing aid and use their iPhone, and it'll go directly to it. You can set it for restaurants, you can set it for ball games, you can set it for there's all kinds of different configurations you can set this up with.
Do you want to hold that up for the camera really quick? Well, just so everyone else can see it, because it is really small. I just had
right before I came here, I just had a patient of mine come in, and he has trouble on the telephone, and we hooked up the phone, and he's 70 some years old, and he knows how to use his iPhone, believe it or not. A lot of people, all the older people are really getting into the technology now. And what was so cool about it was he has trouble on the phone. So I got it in, I programmed the hearing aids, grabbed his iPhone, paired the hearing aids up to his telephone, and I called him, and he was having stereo hearing. Both ears, the phone was going to both ears. He didn't have to hold the phone up to his ear or anything. He just held it right there and talked to me. And you can also use that, like if you're in a meeting, you could take that iPhone and lay it down. If you have people with real impaired hearing, they could put that iPhone down, and it'll go through there and right to the hearing aids and then it shuts out all the background noise. And it's really cool stuff. Well, this technology has just been wonderful the last few years.
Well, we thank you for all your help with the community and everything you're doing. Right now, we're going to toss it back to Alexis at the table.
Thanks again, Taylor, and thank you so much for having that guest. It was so interesting to hear about all the different hearing aid things, especially from a professional. And I gotta say, that iPhone thing, did not know about it, but very interesting. And thank you so much for sharing that. Now I'm gonna send it back to the West Dakota Fox table where Lane is standing by, and we get to hear a little bit about a DJ company. Lane, can you tell us more?
Thanks, Alexis. Not only is Ward here and part of his own DJ company, he's actually an MSU broadcasting grad. So you know the ins and out here.
I learned it all here.
My first question is then, what inspired you to start a DJ company?
Yeah, I really just, having gone to plenty of events myself, I really got kind of intrigued by, the other side of it, the creation, the curation of kind of that high energy just entertaining atmosphere, and got kind of attracted to it, and kind of started helping a DJ here in town who'd been doing it for about 30 years, and kind of just got under his wing and learned it from there.
Nice. And how long did that take you to kind of just pick up the tools of that trade after graduating here? Did your degree here help with that?
Oh, it sure did, yeah. A lot of just the audio and just the video, everything that you learn here technology-wise really applied to that. It really took about a year or two to really kind of get comfortable with that and really get going and stuff, but really helped having this background here. So,
can you tell everyone at home what PMQ stands for? It probably sound better come out of your mouth than mine.
So it stands for Fat Master Q, a little bit of a name that I curated to do some hip-hop shows here in town, and changed it to PMQ Entertainment to carry that same professional but fun atmosphere into my weddings and other sort of events.
Yeah, and you just kind of touched on it a little bit here. You cover weddings, you've done some hip-hop stuff. What all do you cover? Like, are there any things you won't do?
Kind of a range of everything. I've done lots of weddings, school events, homecomings, proms, that sort of thing, indoor, outdoor, a lot of business as well. Holiday parties are coming up. That's a big thing right about now, so a lot of that.
All right, and then to inform people at home a little bit, do you tailor your music and stuff towards these individual events? Yeah, certainly. So this package is really all about giving an event that's really custom made to an individual, whatever they're looking for in an event. So I really take time to meet with them, talk about what they're looking for in an event, and kind of find a way that we can really make that a successful event together. All right, so how long does that take? Like, do you just set up like an appointment ahead of time with these, with your customer? Yeah, we'd like to just kind of be in contact and just be back and forth on the event if there's anything change-wise they have, just to be able to really stay on top of the event, that is, to really make sure that the day of event is going to be just lots of fun. Are there any requirements that a group should know about their settings, the word escapes me at the moment. Are there any requirements a customer should know that they need to have available for you? Yeah, I've done plenty of venues here in town. There's lots of great venues, from hotels to businesses to just wherever. So a lot of places you can totally make work. Yep, right. Totally. That's the Joseph of Mobile DJs. You can really adapt to kind of wherever the venue dictates. And now, because we're going to have some people outside of the Minot area, hopefully bidding on this. Yeah. What is your willingness to kind of travel a little bit? Yeah. With my availability, I've done events down in Bismarck before. I've done some college, some weddings, some stuff like that. Done that sort of thing. So definitely traveling could be possible there. All right, and what is the most important part about DJing for you? Yeah, a lot of it is just to have fun and to take that ease off of somebody who's they're trying to plan this whole thing. They don't really know what they're doing, and that's where I come in to just kind of provide that sort of entertainment service to them. So it's a lot just about having fun and making sure that everyone, the whole family, the whole business company, whatever, just has some fun, and enjoys themselves during the celebration. All right, and then. Just one last, I guess we haven't asked you yet. Where can people get a hold of you here? Yeah. So I have my website, pmqentertainment.com. I'm on Facebook, all the socials, and so all over there. All right. Thank you very much, Ward. Wonderful. Thank you for having me. Yeah, we appreciate your donation. And with that, we're going to pass it back over to Alexis.
Thank you so much, Lane. It was so great to hear about that DJ company. I gotta say, I love music, and I like that he has such a variety. That's always key in being a DJ company, I'd have to say. Now I'm going to send it over to the KMOT table where Kyler is standing by. He's gonna give us a little bit more information about iHeartMedia. Kyler, can you tell us more?
One of our Green Club members, iHeartMedia. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here today, but they left us a statement that they would like us to read. Your Minot iHeartMedia stations are happy to once again be supporting the Minot Broadcasting Department's KMSU auction efforts. Your Minot stations KCJB AM, Z94, 105.3 The Fox, 97 Kicks FM, Mix 99.9, and 1390 KRRZ have supported the Minot State Broadcasting Department for over 20 years with in-house tours and job shadows. Working with Neil Roberts and the broadcasting staff to ensure that Minot State University is giving the best training possible to reality of media today. Broadcasting has changed so much in the last 5 years and now covers so much in the media industry, from on-air, producing, social media, web creative, digital creative, production, promotions, and traffic and sales. Up for auction tonight is a $1,000 advertising package. This is a great opportunity for our small local businesses who may feel they don't have an advertising budget to let us sit down with them, come up with an advertising campaign that works for them. whether it's on air, digital, social media, or a combination, and on the station or stations that make sense. One of the great advantages we can give to our advertisers and listeners is quality and options. So we would like to thank iHeartMedia again, and we're going to send it back to Alexis.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kyler, for giving us a little bit more information on iHeartMedia. I know I hear them on the radio all the time. Gotta say, I love those stations. Now I'm going to send it over to the West Dakota Fox table where Leaf is standing by. He's going to do a Skype interview with Wade Regier, who is the head coach of the Minot State University men's hockey team. Leaf, can you give us some more information about how the hockey season is going this year?
Hockey team's been doing great. They did slip a little bit down to the #2 spot, but that's in the nation, so that's impressive as well. They do a great job, and Wade Regier's done a great job. Trying something new. Hopefully it's working out. Wade Regier is Skyping with us. They are down taking on number 11 Iowa State this weekend, and I guess if Wade's on, Wade, tell us a little bit about the trip and how things are going so far.
Well, it's another long trip that, we're accustomed to with Beaver hockey. There's certainly, aside from Jamestown, we have to go a long ways to play anybody in meaningful games for that matter. But we're here a day early like we normally do. The boys are at the library. Academics is a huge part of what we do at our program. So we spend a couple hours at the library and then prepare tomorrow for a big test here at Iowa State.
So what do you look for in your players? Like, you've got a lot of vets, and I'm sure it's really easy for your team to get along with those guys, and that's what's making the program so good. So do you rely on your vets a lot, or is it some of these new guys that are coming in that you're really trying to work in and out of the roster?
It's a bit of a combination of both. You know what? We're an experienced team. 4 years ago, it was a big recruiting class, and now we have 12 seniors. When it comes to the big moments, we're certainly going to rely heavily on our experience and our veteran group of guys. But we've got talented young kids around it. I mean, our back end has got a number of guys that are freshmen and sophomores. Our goaltending is all young guys that'll be here for the next 2 or 3 years. So, it's kind of a bit of a combination of everything. It's the culture of what we set up. It's championship or bust every year. I know some teams go through different cycles, but, we thrive in those type of elements. I know our fans at the Mesa certainly thrive in those type of elements, and that's something that we try to build on each and every year.
One of the things I know the guys like to talk about, I know you pride yourself on it too, Wade, is the new Pepsi Arena. Like, that rink is amazing, and the guys say it's probably the best in the nation. Wouldn't you say it's the best place to be? I heard maybe Las Vegas is a little louder, but Pepsi is the loudest rink in the league.
It certainly is. We were very fortunate. The Minot Park District, the Mesa Arena and the city, and everybody kind of came together to build that project. And it's a fabulous facility. And, it's something that really kind of gives us a permanent home. The design in it just makes it ever so loud in there. Even if you have 300 people in there, it seems like there's 2,000, 3,000. And it gives us an advantage. Just this last weekend or a couple weekends ago, we played Jamestown. We had almost 1,500 people in there, around 500 students, and that helps push us to the top. And, it's a great facility. It's going to be huge for us for recruiting down the road, and we just look more forward to hosting more key games in Minot.
The hockey program's been growing, and hockey itself is growing. Are you expanding a little bit on your recruiting area, or are you kind of sticking to your guns with where you've been and what's working for you?
Well, the nice thing is the spot we're in at #2 really gives us some flexibility with recruiting. We have so many players and students that email us on a weekly basis wanting to play for us. And I think for us, our culture has really kind of been the area that's allowed us to be so successful in recruiting. And, we've been able to get our kids from all over Canada. We've been able to get a bunch of kids locally. We've been able to lean on a couple of our junior colleges in the past. And, it gives us that flexibility that not only in terms of our program, but our university. As a former student there, the university itself has grown leaps and bounds on what we've done. And, with the new facilities and the new programs and just the overall family feel that I think students enjoy at Minot State. So it's kind of a culmination of everything that we do. And we look forward to recruiting next year, as it's going to be a huge class coming in. But hopefully we can have a championship trophy to carry around on those trips.
Yeah, everybody's hoping for the championship trophy. I know that's what the guys really pride themselves on. You've been leading this team to some great success. Speaking of leading the team, I know the guys like kind of taking on the Cyclones. That's kind of a fun one to go against. But who's your personal favorite opponent to travel to or come see at home?
You know, it's there's always a number of different key opponents. I mean, certainly the new rivalry with Jamestown has been very exciting. Not only in terms of having just another in-state team, come in here and play us and somebody that we can all kind of recognize. But anytime we bring in a big-name university, there's just some extra buzz in the building. And in January in the new year, we've got UNLV coming back with an exciting brand of hockey that they do, as well as we've got Arizona State coming in to play us too. So. In Arizona State, last time they were here was huge. The crowds were lively. It was an exciting time, and especially for people that were in like the Air Force Base and those areas in the community really thrived in it. So you know what? We're looking forward to bringing in those big name schools, and we need our fans to back us up.
Thank you so much, Wade, for joining us through Skype, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Wade Regier, head coach of the men's hockey team here at Minot State. Number 2, Beavers versus the number 11 Cyclones down at Iowa State. Alexis, there you have it.
Oh, that was so fun. Thank you so much, Wade, for giving us a little bit of insight into the hockey team. And I send my good luck as well. I hope you guys bring home another win for us. Now I'm going to send it over to the KMOT table. Briley is standing by with Mark Lyman, and he's here to give us a little more insight on the Magic City Discovery Center and kind of where we're at with it. Briley, can you tell us more?
I sure can, Alexis. Thank you. Today I have MSU alumni Mark Lyman, the board president of the Magic City Discovery Center. So tell us about the Magic City Discovery Center.
Sure, Briley, I'd love to. So the Magic City Discovery Center is a nonprofit organization. It's made up of individuals here in town. We have a board of directors. And for the last 3 or 4 years now, we've had a temporary children's museum in place at the Dakota Territory Air Museum on the north side of town. But the exciting thing about what we're doing now is shifting into what is our true mission, not just a temporary museum in the wintertime, but to really raise money and awareness for a full-blown, standalone children's museum. And what's exciting about our Discovery Center is that it's a hybrid museum. It's both a hands-on discovery center, but it's also focused towards kids. And so we're looking to serve populations as young as 1 year old up to 14. With all our programs. So the Discovery Center is we're really proud to be the recipient of some of the proceeds from tonight's KMSU auction. We're just glad that you guys decided to pick us, and we're excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. How did it start?
So about 3 or 4 years ago, shortly after the flood, there were some listening sessions that the Minot Area Community Foundation did, and they went and talked to a bunch of businesses and individuals here in town, and they felt like there was something missing. We didn't have enough for people, for families, for kids to do during the winter months. So with that missing, they started looking around for people along with some individuals from Give 360, and they said, let's put together and try and start a children's museum. And the idea has just grown and grown and grown over the years, and now we're at the point now where we're looking to raise about $6–7 million for a brand new children's museum here in town.
And what hours are you guys open?
So the Magic City Discovery Center right now is open from 10 to 3 Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday, and noon to 5 on Sunday. It's just $4 for admission for anyone who comes. Under 1 year old is free. If you're a family gets in for $15. So whether that's 4, 5, 10 kids, whatever you got, bring them all in. We'd love to have them. And there's lots of different fun things for all ages to do there. So we hope people come on out. We're at the Dakota Territory Air Museum, and we're located there again Wednesday through Sunday. If you have a lot of questions about it, just go to our Facebook page.
Sounds good. And what is that Facebook page?
Just search Magic City Discovery Center on Facebook.
And I know you're talking about the hours. What about tonight? I know you guys have a viewing party for the KMSU
for the auction. So what we decided to do, with a lot of help from a lot of the folks here at KMSU, is to pull together a viewing party. So we are going to be open late tonight, different hours from 6 to 9. It's just $10 for a family to get in. So the rate is even more reduced. Kids come up there and have fun. You'll have a direct line from the Discovery Center, from the Dakota Territory Air Museum, to the auction. So if you want to get your bid in, there's a guaranteed line that'll get your bid in. If you win a bid, you get a $10 off sort of free gift from the KMSU auction, which we love. And there'll be some trivia. You'll be able to watch it. We hope it'll be a fun night. We hope that some families come on up, again, from 6 to 9 tonight at the Children's Museum.
So besides tonight being such a huge thing with the KMSU auction, how else is the Discovery Center a huge asset for the Minot community?
Well, great question. I think that a lot of things in our community are wonderful, but we need to continue to make and add new and wonderful things so that people want to stay here, so families want to stay here. And so we really feel like this is a quality of life piece, that this increases and adds to what is already an amazing city and makes it even more amazing. And so we hope that people, businesses, individuals will agree with us, that they'll be part of our capital campaign, that they'll bid tonight on the KMSU auction so we can get even more proceeds back to the Discovery Center. And we just want people to be excited about the opportunity.
Right. And I know that it's open for a lot of kids. Do you guys have a lot of birthday packages at the Discovery Center?
Yep, there are birthday package options for weekends. I don't remember the price right off the top of my head. It's all on Facebook, which is a great place to be. And there are events 2 or 3 times throughout the week. There's different events. We had a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving event. We're going to have STEM events in the evening for some of our older kids, some of the teenagers or preteens. So we want people to just go to the Facebook page, check out the list of events, pick 2 or 3 every month, or pick them all, come on out and have tons of fun. We want people excited about it and people interested in making this a full-blown reality for our community.
Right. Well, thank you so much for helping us, the community, the KMSU auction, and just being here tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
Make sure you get your bids out. Back to you, Alexis.
Thank you so much, Briley. And Mark, thank you so much for being here. It was great to hear a little bit more about the Magic City Discovery Center and all that it'll be bringing to the Minot community. And speaking of the Magic City Discovery Center, I know that we have Nolan there right now. He is on Skype. Nolan, what can you tell us that's happening there?
We're going to have all sorts of good things up here at the Magic City Discovery Center. The pre-show is about wrapping up here for the KMSU auction, the 19th annual KMSU auction. That'll get underway at about 6 o'clock. The fun up here will start around 6:30. I'm Nolan Axton, standing by live. I'll be here all night. Buckshot's up here. We got all sorts of good things up here. And like you heard in Briley's interview, there's going to be lots of good packages brought to you by the good people up here at the Magic City Discovery Center. And if you want to get your hands on some of those and some of the other packages we have, you can call the number 701-858-4019. And if you can't catch all the action on Channel 19, you can go to our YouTube channel, KMSU Channel 19, to catch the live stream, to see all the great people back in the studio and me, myself, and Buckshot up here. Again, a big thank you goes out to everybody that's helped put this event on, the auction class back at MSU, the people up here, and of course the good people down in the studio. We're about ready to get underway here though, so I'm going to throw it back into the studio.
Thanks, Nolan, for that live report. So glad to see you there at the Magic City Discovery Center. We're going to have more from there, and you can even join them with their viewing party. It's going to start at 6 o'clock, so you only have about a half hour, so make sure you can get up there and enjoy all the fun things that they're doing. We're so excited to be a part of this with them and donate a part of our donate a portion of our money to them. Again, the KMSU auction is going to be starting at 6:30. We're going to be live. Again, I heard Nolan mention the number too. That number is going to be 852-4019. We're so excited for you all to join us, and we'll see you back here at 6:30 at the KMSU auction.